Hey. So, inspiration, right? I feel like people have a hard time letting things go because a part of them still wants that connection to it. Nothing that I want around me is going to have anything negative attached to it. People be wondering why they still going through the same thing over and over and over again. And that's because you haven't released some type of attachment to it. The only reason y'all still exist in certain realms and keep experiencing some things over and over again because something is still attached to you and that particular thing. You have to release things exactly how they come in order for them not to exist anymore. Take, for instance, if you have a financial, deficit, a financial relationship that isn't so beneficial, right? In order to increase that and flow in more abundance, you have to release the attachment that you are attached to debt. You have to release the thought that you can't make finances more prevalent to you. You have to release the thought that you are undeserving of abundance. When you don't feel like you're worthy of something, it's hard for it to come into alignment with you. It's hard for it to exist in your realm because you don't feel like you're deserving of it. Relationships, you keep encountering the same person over and over again, right? Something in you likes that type of person or still is attached to that type of predicament. Sometimes it's a lesson that you haven't learned as well. And then my biggest one is the fact that a lot of y'all be looking for closure. You want that continuation to come. You want that apology. You want that interest from that person. You want that apology from them. You want that closure. You want that completion from them. And that's why you keep meeting the same person. You got to be okay with walking away from anything and anybody that is not in alignment with you. There's nothing to further interest me or uninterest me than something that's not for me. I could care less. When it's not for you, it's going to make itself known. When it's not for you, it's going to make it hard for you to share space. It's going to make it hard for you to open space, to have space for the things that are for you. Like, it's not really that hard. It's just the point of people have attachment issues. Y'all are attached to the things that are not for you. And once you acknowledge that, it makes it more prevalent that, oh, I need to change. This is something I need to change, Like, I know my unbothered, less emotional way of thinking and the way I move is bothersome to some people, but I feel like it's only bothersome to people who don't have their own boundaries, who are not settled in their own space, who are not settled in their own thoughts of how they are. You're not even settled in your own body, and that's why you feel so agitated with how another person is unbothered by life circumstances and phases and things, because we figured it out we figured out how to flow through life and not be so engulfed in it, of the world, not in it. Anyway, I'm off that. Let's talk about the fact that whenever I ask God for something, I ask the universe for something, I ask spirit for anything, they make sure they give it to me, but they don't care how they hand it to me. I promise you they don't. You got to be real clear about what you're asking for and how you are asking it. I promise you do. So I was recently talking about how we needed a bigger vehicle because we have a lot of kids. We have a lot of kids, and so we needed a bigger vehicle. And I was in a Jeep Sahara, which is not enough room for a 7-person family, right? Spirit was like, oh yeah, you said you need another vehicle? I was like, oh shit, y'all, they flooded it. Okay, they flooded it during this last storm when Francine brought her raggedy behind here and flooded my Jeep. And it's like, okay, so how we gonna fix this? Because what? That is not how I asked that. That is not how I asked that at all. But, Spirit real funny. Spirit is funny as hell. And I'm gonna take I'm gonna take it however it come, because you right. I should have been very much more particular about what I say and mindful. This is where the mindfulness come in at. Be mindful of what you say and what you ask for, because it's gonna come exactly how you asked for it. You feel me? We're not worried about that though, because we always know that bigger and better is coming. You cannot sit and waddle in losses, because how you gonna invite the gain in? You got to be okay with it. How you gonna invite the gain in? So I am grateful I'm forever grateful. And more is to come, more is to be in existence. Better is coming, better to be in existence, and we're flowing in abundance and worth and deserving things. So yeah. Ready for another say? These, baby, listen. These are the vegan version of the Doritos. I promise you they are. You can find them at Whole Foods too. They're so good, so good. They also got a cheddar cheese, nacho cheese one, and a sea salt one. And you can't mix with them. We love kettle chips, but you can't mix with those. They taste exactly like the Doritos, but vegan and healthy. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I feel like there's not enough mommy, there's not enough me for all of my children, but I do make space and time for it. This is where the saying comes in, that only have enough children that you have space for, and also only have enough children that you can financially provide for. But I'm not saying that I can't own either or, because I'm making way. But this is the notion that gives to somebody else that advice, because I feel like it's needed. Anyway, I'll see y'all on the next vlog. Peace.